Okay everybody, hello and welcome to this week's video. Today we're just going to be talking through whether you should be running ads yet if you are an online coach. Now most coaches run ads way too early and then think ads don't work. So ads get a bit of a bad name, but I'm going to give you a bit more information today to make a more of an educated judgment for yourself. If you don't know me already, my name's James and I help online fitness and health coaches get more clients. I share some content like this to help you do that yourself. Okay, so are you ready to run ads for your coaching business? Like I said before, a lot of people flinch when they hear the word paid ads, paid traffic. They think a lot of stuff comes organically, which it does, and that is a great foundation. But paid ads are a real way to scale once you have a good proof of concept. So ads are not a fix for broken offers or inconsistent delivery. If you have an offer that's not working, if you're not really clear about who you're working with and who you serve, or if your service delivery is not working yet, ads will not work. They will only magnify that problem. If you have a bad service delivery before ads, once you put ads into the mix, that service delivery will only get worse. So there's three things you need to ask yourself here. There's three main things that you need to talk about before you make the decision on whether to plunge into paid ads. I know it can be a bit treacherous, some people think it's a bit of a dark art, but if you really are clear on these three things, then you're setting yourself up for real success with ads. So question one, as we just mentioned, do I have a clear offer that sells organically already? Is your offer set up? Do you know your target market? Do you know who you're calling out to in your organic content? Because believe me, if it's not working in your organic content, it's not going to be working once you scale that to everybody on social media that we're showing our ads to. Is your offer something that is clear? Is it something that also already sells organically? So if it's not selling now to people who are theoretically your warm audience following your warm Instagram, strangers are not going to be any easier. Strangers are not going to want to buy it more than your warm audience. So are you at least selling it already? This is something that a lot of new online coaches might ask themselves and say no to. However, if you have done some personal training, if you've done some in-person stuff and you're moving your offer online, you would qualify for this. This result would be a yes. It doesn't matter if it's online or in person, if you have a good service and you have a kind of a similar demographic that you work with, this would be a yes. Question number two, do I know who I want to attract as new clients? With paid traffic, you have to get into the specific data per se. You have to understand who you want to be sending your ads to, I suppose. With ads, the money you put into it is vital. You need to protect every penny, every pound, every dollar, every euro, wherever you're paying your money, you need to protect it. Facebook and Meta, wherever you put it on Google, they will show your ads to everybody unless you specify. If you're a coach who's working specifically with young people between 20 and 30, you want to know that. You want to specify that within the ads. You don't want your ads being shown to grandparents, people who don't even go to the gym, people who are not interested in working out at all, not interested in health and fitness, not interested in doing the kind of workouts that you prescribe for your people. It's important that you know who you're working for, who you want to attract as new clients, and that you have testimonials that speak to that kind of ideal client avatar, we'd call it. So you know who to call out in your ads and you know who to target, because that is a large part of paid ads, targeting the right people. Question number three, am I already selling well enough to convert calls to clients? When you go to paid ads traffic, you will get a lot more calls in. If you're doing it right, you will get a lot more calls in the diary. No matter how you're selling, if you're selling on calls, you will get some more coming in. Like I said before, if you cannot sell to a warm audience, if you cannot sell to people who know you, who you've already spoken to in the DMs and you've set up, paid ads will only magnify that problem. If you have 5 calls in a week or in a month, let's say, and you're converting one of them, now with ads, let's say you're going to be having 20 a week or a month. And if you're only converting that one call from the 5, that's 20%. So that's 4 clients out of 20 calls. may seem good, but for the amount of money you're putting into paid ads, you want to be a killer. You want to be really skilled in sales calls. So you want to be able to close upwards of 60% of all your calls. If you're spending time on 20 calls, so that's 20 hours a week to be able to close 4 clients, that's really not the best use of your time and also your ad budget. So you need to be able to sell before you go into paid ads. So now let's say I've answered this, I've gone through all these 3 tiered questions. Number 1 qualifies you for number 2, number 2 qualifies you for number 3. Let's say you responded yes to all of these and you are ready. It's best to start to test with a smaller budget. You can try and see out what works, and then once you find a winner, you can pool a bit more money into that one particular ad. So with ads, the first stage you want to go through is testing and then find a real winner. And once you read into the data a bit more, once you realize, okay, for this particular ad, I spent $100 and then I signed one client who's worth $800 to me. That means that you're earning $8 for every $1 you put into it, which is the magic secret sauce of ads. So now all you need to do is add a bit more money, and it's going to stay at 8 times. You put $10 into it, it's going to come to 80. You put $100, it's going to come out to $8,000. At some point, once you scale with this, you will be putting $1,000 in a month, all the way up to $10,000 a month, making a lot of cash. The main principles when you're coming into paid ads is you need some sort of attraction. You need a lead magnet. You need something that's going to get people's attention and get people giving you their contact information, getting someone into the flow. Just a video of you saying I can help you is going to get lost in all amongst the other noise of all the online coaches in the space. You need something that speaks to your brand and it gets people interested. A really good lead magnet. Then on top of that, once you've got their contact information, you send them through an email nurture. And then that nurture will warm them up and then get them booking into a call, on which call you can close them. That is the end-to-end cycle. It's very similar to the organic cycle, except we're pumping a lot more volume in because of this paid traffic. Like I said, ads multiply momentum. They don't create it. Some of the tools we use for this, we can make landing pages with Go High Level, with ClickFunnels. I use Go High Level. I think it's really good that you can put your CRM in there. It's really your hub for everything. Well, also within Go High Level, you can put your email nurture campaign in there. You can put 3 to 5 or 5 to 7, however many emails you want, with value-based information, testimonials, calls to action, case studies, even more freebies if you want. And then also on top of that, a simple call booking flow with some reminders to get people in. So now once you're at this stage, once you've got your funnel built out, once you've qualified yourself first of all, and then once you've got your funnel built out and you know your kind of overall structure and your strategy, you will go to optimizing that ad. The main things we want to track with ads are your cost per lead, your show up rate, and your close rate. So your cost per lead, how much does it cost you to get someone interested or get downloading your lead magnet? Show up rate, from the people who are booking calls with you, how many people are actually turning up? And then close rate, how many people who are turning up are you closing into clients? That gives you a full linear data track to be able to understand how well your ads are working and how much you're closing. Because the goal from an ad is to close a new client. Let's not be kidding ourselves. Look for any drop-offs within those data points. Is your landing page converting? Are people downloading the lead magnet? Are your emails being open? Are people actually booking calls with you? So paid ads give you traffic, but if your funnel is leaking, the results disappear. The funnel itself should do the heavy lifting so that you don't have to live in the DMs. So if you want help building a system like this, send me a message, or if you just want someone's input on what you've already built, let me know and we can jump on a call and I can have a little bit of a look and see how I can help you. All right, I will see you in the next one.